Hello there.
The Peaky Blinders Season 1 finale awaits us, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shooting his shot, and I am hella excited to bring you this reaction today. My first time watching this series has been fantastic. I have absolutely loved all 5 episodes on the channel thus far, and yes, episode 6 is shaping up to be a banger, and hopefully I can kickstart and start doing double uploads for this series to bring you guys some exciting reactions as this show continues to unfold. I'm gonna waste no more time. We're gonna get into episode 6. Let's see what awaits us in this finale, and let's go. Seems like this episode is gonna deal with that Black Star Day, trying to take out Billy Kimber. Like I said last reaction, I feel like Billy Kimber's light work. More fish, small fish. My guy making sure all the suits are tailored right, getting the orders right, while brushing his teeth. Some unfinished business for the inspector.
That is, I'm given to understand by several of my officers, that people come here, that men come here for a certain purpose.
Look at him putting on this act. Look at him. I feel like he putting on that act, man.
Weapons.
Today's the day.
Boy. What's going on? We're doing it today.
I have one of those caps. I have one, but I can't find it. I had one. I bought it for golf a couple of years ago when we went with the boys. And I can't find it. Get him. He woke up with a spring in his step. Yo, again? Oh, no, it's Johnny. Oh, my bad, my bad.
John, I've told you to keep the doors locked. It could have been anyone. Get dressed. We're doing it today.
As a matter of fact, he's doing me today.
Make sure he's done you by 9.
Learn to knock.
It's not a day for knocking.
Oh, he knocking, eat it, but. Oh, Esme, sorry, is Esme?
Let none get hurt, and make them that do not shall be.
Johnny's doing some knocking, alright.
Watch John, because he has so many depending on him. Watch Arthur, because he's as likely to hurt himself as anyone else. Watch Thomas.
Nothing but facts spoken here.
I know how he is, but he does what he does for us. I think.
I think.
Used to do that every morning during the war. Hoped I'd done it for the last time.
Today will be the last time, Paul. After today, there'll be no need for prayers. We'll be set.
That's what you think. But then there's another 5 seasons.
Family meeting.
So... Hey, you put that crown on your head, there's gonna be people that come for that crown. That's what The Wire taught me anyway.
I'm sorry I kept you. It is so early.
I didn't sleep last night.
Mr. John said that you're a special customer.
Oh, he getting them services. Oh. Them services. I think so.
Do you want to take off your boots?
Yes.
Damn, did Grace F him up that bad? Like...
And
Grace sent the inspector to prostitution. Damn, man! All confidence is gone.
we can also clean and press your shirt while we do this.
Oh, it's a very efficient service.
You've never been to a place like this before. I am young. Anyway.
This is wrong. This feels wrong in so
I'll
many
make you
ways.
young as well.
Oh, yo, man. Listen, the juxtaposition cuts here of Grace, you know, dressing up and clothing herself The younger woman undressing herself. They didn't have this service in Jurassic Park. Oh, bro, I would give him a right hook right there. Actually, a left hook, Alex Pereira style, and knock his ass out.
Dear Grace, I know you gave yourself to the man who is our sworn enemy. That is not only treason, it is disgusting beyond all measure. Your father would be ashamed of you.
Yeah.
And as for myself, I am beyond desolation. You have betrayed every principle and standard of honor that was your birthright.
Honestly, look who's talking.
And for what?
Love.
Exactly, for love. Hold that, Muppet. Listen, we're all whores, man. We just sell different parts of ourselves. Inspector Campbell ain't any better. He just wants to try and shift the blame. Try and degrade Grace because, you know, he got his own problems.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Did I do that?
It's okay. You're a special, special customer.
Would you sit with me for a moment? Please.
Man, that's how I want the boys to pull up, man. that's squad goals. Perfect timing.
I am unarmed.
It's curious, Inspector. I thought you came here to clean up the city, not to sleep with its whores. You're no different from any other copper that came before you.
I'm no different from those who would follow should I choose to leave.
Oh, you've no reason to stay. You have what you came for.
Yes, I have what I came for. I have a meeting with Mr. Winston Churchill at midday. And no doubt he intends to congratulate me on finding those stolen guns. And you still don't know how we found them, do you? Good.
Oh, you got lucky.
Did I?
Yeah.
Ah!
One thing I have learned is that you and I are opposites, but also just the same.
I said that last reaction. I said they're very similar,
Like an image in a mirror.
just on opposite sides of the law.
We hate people. And they in turn hate us and fear us. Before the day is over, your heart will be broken.
Oh, my guy
Just
said
the
it.
same as mine.
He's setting them prophecies.
Men like us, Mr. Shelby, will always be alone. And what love we get, we will have to pay for.
You forget, Inspector. I have my family.
Enjoy your day.
I feel like men like them have a gaping hole that will never be filled. But listen, your heart will be broken by the end of the day. I'm guessing, you know, them secrets about to come out that will change the family forever.
Much better with him than I am.
Them revelations about Grace.
Settles quicker with me because he can't smell the milk. You're tired. Let's put him down. Man were terrors for the tit. Both of them. Well, you never knew my children, did you?
I was a child myself then. You never talk about them.
You've had reason to. Heart breaks even when I think about them.
Have Aunt Polly's kids passed away, or are other cousins out there somewhere, and they're
Do
going to be
you have reason
introduced.
to? Sit down, Ada. They were 3 and 5 years old. Sally was 3. Michael was 5.
Oh, we're getting the story now.
It's 2 weeks away from being 6. It was Sunday morning. I was at church. They took my children from me. They never told me where they took them. And they did it because they could, and because I was weak. They would never take your baby away from you. Do you know why? Because Tommy won't let them. Because Tommy won't let them walk all over us. Now it is Tommy that has brought strength and power to this family. Because he knows you have to be as bad as them above in order to survive.
Exactly.
I'm telling you this because I want you to forgive him.
How can I? When my Freddie's rotting in jail because of him.
There's something about today you need to know.
Here we go.
All right, Freddie. Time to go.
Want to get a message to Campbell? I can't let them move me to Brixton.
It's time to go, mate.
If I get to Brixton, they'll kill me.
Freddie,
It's time to go.
not gonna get as far as Brixton Prison. On your feet.
I told the Prime Minister personally that the guns had been retrieved, and he actually heard me and listened, and I'm pretty sure he gave me a half smile. He never usually smiles unless a political opponent dies. I plan to put your name forward in the New Year's honours list.
That would be too much, sir.
Nonsense. You deserve it.
His
As I
brother.
recall, he wrote to me several times about an undercover operative, a woman. Was she involved in the discovery? Does she deserve some kind of commendation?
It was all me, sir.
Yes.
Ah.
She was instrumental. A truly loyal servant to the crown. And that is what the record should state.
And what of the men who actually stole the guns? The Peaky...
Blinders, sir. If we were to make arrests, the whole thing would end up in open court, and I know we wish to keep this matter confidential.
So they'll go free?
Not quite, sir. See, I have plans for the Peaky Blinders.
All right.
Inspector Campbell looks like has one more ace up his sleeve.
We'll come back to it later.
Right.
Listen,
Brought you all here today.
I feel like maybe he might tip off Kimber that he's going to be taken out. That information might get to Inspector Campbell. He already might have that information.
Because this is the day we replace Billy Kimber.
The Billy
This is
Kimber
the
might
day
get the
we
tip off.
become respectable. The day we join the official National Association of Racecourse Bookmakers.
Bookmakers.
We do the dirty work. Now, you've all known this day's been coming. I just haven't told anyone the date. We're going to the Worcester races. Track opens at 1, we get there at 2. Now, Kimber thinks we're going there to help him fight the Lee brothers. But thanks to the efforts of our John and his lovely new wife, Esme, the Lees, now our kin. I interrupted those efforts this morning, and I can assure you all, John is making great sacrifices. Yeah, all right. So it'll be us and the Lees against Kimber's boys. We take them out and leave the bookies. I expect a swift victory which will send a signal all the way to London that we believe in letting legitimate businesses run peacefully.
And, what about Kimber himself?
I'll deal with Kimber. Any other questions?
Yes. Oh, does anyone object if I bring a newcomer to the meeting?
Ada! Yeah! Ada! I swear if it's Grace.
I'd like to introduce the newest member of the Shelby clan.
Yeah, what's the kid's name? I never like... No, but what's also the kid's name? Like, I don't think I ever got the name.
Welcome on, Maida.
We named him Carl.
Oh, yeah!
After Karl Marx.
Oh, bloody Mark. Let me get a look at him.
Oh, here we go.
Aye, look. He looks just like
See,
he's all right.
I'm not getting lost in the heartfelt moments here.
Well, Ada. Am I forgiven?
Because this is Peaky Blinders, ladies and gentlemen.
Says is true. You are.
You can't get sold on the heartfelt moments, because in an instant this show will break your heart as well.
It's true.
Thank you, Tommy.
So I'm guessing they were able to get Freddy out and get him home safe, or get him out.
So who the hell are you?
Birmingham safe.
Someone who wants to keep his eyes.
Hey, you good, Freddy, my man?
Hey, Tommy.
He protects his family. Oh, a badass walking shot reflecting from the water. Oh, from the puddle. Oh, so gangster. So gangster. Yep, and the camera slowly pans up. That's the men them, baby. That's the men them. That's the fucking boys.
Get out of the way!
Oh, so that's the one gun that was missing.
Looks like your friends are here.
It's Danny.
Next one's for you! Make it look good.
I am sorry about this, comrade. Oh, shit. Danny, you're dead. Yeah.
I've been living in London.
Hey, Danny, the perfect heist man. Completing GTA side quests. Prison heist. Prison break.
Pints and a chaser. No more. On the house. Right. Let's get boring.
Do you have the enclosure tickets? And the register of bookkeepers on the track?
In me coat. Did a good job, Grace.
Watch.
Next family meeting. I'll make sure you're there.
If I were family, but I'm not.
I could change.
Tell me.
We'll talk about it more.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
How's this house gonna be, eh? You wait to get home for me. What time do you call this?
The barrel needs changing.
Go on, Tommy. Go out the back, give her a good see into before we go.
See, what I love about this show is that it leaves little breadcrumbs along the way. And I feel like these breadcrumbs have been utilized on an episodic basis. So there'll be breadcrumbs at the beginning of an episode that are revealed or like come to fruition like midway or 3/4 through or through at the end of each episode. It's not like a breadcrumb that will be revealed later on, which this show probably will do. But I love how it's done on an episode to episode basis. Now with this episode, you had that scene where the inspector still obviously having those feelings that will probably be forever there for Grace. And, you know, instead of not ratting her out, but, you know, saying she was still of use and deserves, you know, commendment for her actions on the case. Now, I wonder, because I feel like Grace is still conflicted with her loyalties and where they lie. That phone is still installed in this pub. Could she make a last-minute call to the inspector to tell him that this is happening today? It's Black Star Day and they're going on Billy Kimber and there's going to be bloodshed. Heaps of people going to die. So do what you can to stop it. It'll be interesting. And obviously she has that guilt with what she's done.
I was joking. Just help yourselves.
Tell me the truth is, when you come back from the races, I won't be here.
What are you talking about? Maybe up in a club. Hey, like in London. And another thing, you have a contract of employment with a real limited company. Do you remember?
Legal.
Remember everything. Tell me.
Legal.
I am gonna make a success of this. I am gonna make a success of it. I am.
I know. I know.
I'm not talking about marriage. We know each other.
I love how confident Tommy is today.
The same.
Tell me. I have done something terrible to you.
Hey, your heart will be broken today. That's that Bible prophecies, man.
Tell him what you just told me.
Just heard there's 2 vans driving up the Stratford Road. An old corporal of mine said he recognised some of the men. He said it's the Kimber boys, and they're heading this way.
That I have been tipped off. Hey, Jeremiah came in clutch, man.
Ada, wake up. You and the baby. Get into the bull ring where there's lots of people.
What's going on?
We're being fucking betrayed. Someone let slip. Kimber's men are on their way here.
Yeah, but you can handle them, Tommy.
It's just us. All the leads are on the way to Worcester. We're outnumbered.
Damn.
Who else knew today was the day you were moving on, Kimber?
Grace.
You said you kept it a secret. Who else did you tell? There's only one thing can blind a man as smart as you, Tommy.
Love. There we go.
Love.
I said that last episode. Oh, you'll be heartbroken today.
I'll deal with Grace.
And she didn't get the chance to tell him properly.
You set eyes on her again, you might kill her.
See, my theory was last episode that I haven't uploaded episode 5 yet, but my theory for episode 5 was that Tommy knew from the beginning that it was Grace because the circumstances. An inspector miraculously comes to Birmingham to find these stolen guns, and a miraculous barmaid that's gorgeous looking comes out of nowhere, starts asking questions. And with how smart the show is portraying Tommy out to be, I feel like he knew from the get-go. But that line right there from Aunt Polly basically echoed what I was trying to say last episode, that he was blinded by love. He didn't want to tell himself or convince himself that this could be Grace, this beautiful angelic figure in my life could do this to me. He didn't, want to tell himself that, and he didn't want to believe it. But now that he's heard it from someone else, that's that shell shock moment right here. Oh man, the cinematography in this show. The cinematography itself speaks volumes, man. I'm telling you right now, the way they bring so much life from each shot from the set design. Like I said in episode 1 and 2, show off your production design, ladies and gentlemen. Utilize it to the best of your abilities. Bring out these wide shots. Bring the world to life. Oh, it's absolutely sensational how the camera slowly focal pulling back here as Grace and Aunt Polly are going to confront one another. It's fantastic stuff. Let the cinematography speak volumes for itself too. Let the cinematography convey the emotions of the characters, how they're feeling as well. So good. So good. Sorry, I get excited.
I heard there was trouble.
I love camera work.
Instinct's a funny thing. See, normally I can tell about a person, but with you...
Look, the fighting's about to begin. We should get out of here.
We know who you are. Tommy knows as well. Turned out that copper as good as told him this morning, but I wanted to hear it from your own lips.
I am an agent of the Crown. I have the power to arrest and the right to use force. So please, step out of my way.
Like I say, instinct's a funny thing.
You resigned, man.
For real, didn't you?
His gun is loaded.
Not afraid of you. Feel sorry for you. Slip of a thing. Thought you'd come in here and stitch us all up. I mean, we've had some coppers knocks in here, but you're the queen of them all. So who are you? Rich girl, I'd guess. Unionist. Ulster volunteer. You thought Fenians, communists, low people. They're all the same. Scum. Then you met Tommy.
Tell him, Mrs. Malfoy. Come on. I love how this episode as
I'll
well.
fight you with my fists and show you how a rich girl fights. I'm from a tough family too.
I love how this episode we had two powerhouse, or the two powerhouse men in this show going at it thus far. You know, in Inspector Campbell and Tommy confront one another on this day. And now I don't believe. I think I can't remember whether Aunt Polly has seen Grace before and interacted with her. But here, another scene in the same episode, the two powerhouse women in this show going at it. Oh, so good, so good. Both on opposite sides of the law as well. But will do anything to get what they want and protect their family.
We women have more sense. Why don't you pour us both a drink? Is that my right? Did you fall for Tommy?
Yes.
Yeah, there's the auntie you're
Then I
talking to,
pity
man.
I think he'll try to kill me.
No, he
It's
won't.
too soft.
Soft?
Yep.
Soft. Like you. You saved his life the night the coppers came. That's why we're drinking, not fighting. We owe you.
That's a gentleman's settlement.
What was he like? Before France?
A gentleman's talk over drinks. That's how we settle
He
things.
laughed. A lot. He wanted to work with horses.
You won medals?
Threw them in the cut. Ah, not a single man came back the same.
100%.
You know, after all this is over, he might forgive you. No, he might take you in. Can never tell with men. Forgive whoever their dicks point at, and there's no changing their minds. But I should tell you something. I will never forgive you. Or accept you. Or take you in. And it's me who runs the business of the heart in this family.
You're going to drop 3 nukes on her like
And
that?
as far as I'm concerned, you're a snitch from the parish. And if you're not gone from this city by tomorrow, I'll kill you myself.
But what if Tommy takes her in?
Now go.
Maybe what really upsets you is the thought that one day you might lose him.
Backs against the
You're mostly
wall.
in the war, so you know the battle plans always change and get fucked up. Well, here it is. Things have changed. We fight them here, today, alone. Now, they're going to come for the pub. They're going to try and break us up for good. And we'll have no help from the law today. That pub there is called the Garrison. Well, now it really is one. And it belongs to us, right?
We're gonna hold it down. Hold it down.
Jeremiah said 2 Riley vans. So I reckon we're outnumbered 3-1.
Ah, fuck.
But it's us.
Ah, fuck.
Boys, it's us. The small Eads rifles. Never lost a fight yet, did we? No! All right, Jeremiah. I know you've vowed to God to never pick up a weapon again. Can you ask him from me if you can help us today?
God says he don't deal with small heaves, sir.
Good man.
Big up Jeremiah, man.
It's good boat. You take the flanks, just like at San Marie.
Sure.
Curly.
I swear, if Jeremiah
Any Shelby
dies,
man dies here today, you bury us side by side. All right, we've about 10 minutes. Make your peace with whoever.
I love how they make it feel like it's the final episode of the entire series. Like a final stand.
Vehicles heading towards the city. Most of them are out to the police. We think a gang fight's about to break out.
Yeah, let them fight.
When all officers and constables stood
Yeah,
down
let
in
them
the
fight.
following
Let them take out
areas:
each other.
Bordersley, Small Heath, Chardin, Greet, and Hay Mills.
Stood down, sir?
Immediately. And the vehicles approaching the city should not be impeded.
What the hell is going on?
Let dog eat dog.
Exactly.
Let the beasts devour each other.
And we'll pick up the scraps.
And then we shall pick the bone.
There we go. Yeah, so Grace got that information last episode, if I'm corrected, from Tommy about marking the Black Star Day on the calendar, and I'm guessing she tipped off the inspector.
She's in the past. The past is not my concern.
That's a hard pill.
The future is no longer my concern either.
What is your concern, Tommy?
Hard pill to swallow, but...
The 1 minute. The soldier's minute. In a battle, that's all you get. 1 minute of everything at once. And anything before is nothing. Everything after.
Nothing. Whatever it is in that moment.
Nothing in comparison. In that 1 minute.
Didn't you get enough minutes over there?
Game time, baby. Let's go. That 1 minute. Oh, we just charging straight on like that. Okay. Billy Kimber, you're a pussy all for riding in the back like that, man. Bitch.
Get your weapons out, boys, and load them up.
My bad, he at the front now, miraculously.
Take your time. Hold them up in the air so as they can see what we've got.
So what do we do now? Just give the order.
This is so effing good. This is so effing good, man. So there's no strategy whatsoever. Like, it's just full charge over the trenches, exposed to one another. And once the shooting begins, it's whoever's last man
The
standing.
men that have arrived in Garrison Lane are armed with rifles. Did you hear me?
Their methods of self-destruction are not my concern.
Well, we've also had reports of machine gun fire in Salt Lake.
It's the ravings of an old soldier with shell shock.
We only found 24 of those 25 Lewis guns.
Oh.
If they were to get to use one...
Danny might be camped up somewhere, or Freddy might be camped up once ever. That one gun, that's gonna unload some automatic rounds, man. That was the missing gun at the start of the episode. I said it.
Enough to be like this, Kimber. Too late for all that. You bit off more than you can chew, you little toe rag, and now I'm going to take over this shithole.
Hey, Freddy owes Tommy one.
We have to use guns. Let's use proper guns.
Someone camped up with the automatic. Someone camped up with the automatic. It was Freddy. Yeah, Freddy and Danny.
Sergeant Thorne, reporting for duty, sir. You were saying something about being outgunned.
No.
What are you doing?
I believe you boys call this no man's land.
Asa!
Shut up and listen.
Have you lost your mind?
I said shut up! Now, most of you are in France, so you all know what happens next. I've got brothers and a husband here, but you've all got somebody waiting for you. Now, I'm wearing black in preparation. I want you to look at me. I want you all to look at me. We'll be wearing black for you.
We really dragging Carl through this.
About them right now. And fight if you want to. But that baby ain't moving anywhere. And neither am I.
She's right, you know. Why should all you men die? It should just be them who's caused it.
Danny!
Enough!
Is this the go home to your family?
Kimber and me fought this battle one-on-one. It's over. Go home to your families.
Love the overhead shot. Love the overhead shot. We lost a good soldier in Danny. Danny's been so clutch this season, man. I would have had that gun rigged up somewhere, ready to rain down hell on them.
I told him that his heart would be broken before the day was over. So it seems you've broken two hearts, Grace.
As well as my own.
The three. Damn.
Take it! Hold him still! Come on! Come on!
Hey, Jeremiah picked up the weapon but didn't shoot it. I still have the knack.
Have a drink. Right, deep breath.
Damn!
It's gone.
All patched up with the alcohol. Nice and sweet.
Now we can bury him properly. In the grave we dug for him.
Yeah. It's hung on a hill. You like that?
That's one of the requests he made before he got shot earlier on.
To Danny was bang.
Danny.
Now we all die twice.
So Danny whisper. Danny whisper.
I bet Inspector Campbell didn't think that only 2 people were going to be killed in that firefight.
Well, who won?
Mr. William Kimber has been found dead, a gunshot wound. So I'm guessing that means Peaky Blinders won. So, also, the communist agitator Freddie Thorne was taken from his transport by armed men. Since there were no officers on the street at the time, following your orders, he managed to escape easily and is now at large. The prison officers said they recognised the men. They were Peaky Blinders as well, sir. I mean, we could go down there and make a few arrests, but no one will have seen anything. And there were no officers there to witness, so the Shelbys will get away with murder.
He ain't celebrating at the end of the day.
Like they always have. Some things never change. Hey, sir.
That's a fat L. That's a massive fat L. Listen, obviously, we're celebrating here at the end of episode 6 of season 1. But taking out Billy Kimber ain't gonna have it is clearly gonna have its consequences, gonna have its repercussions, especially maybe with his accountant. There's gonna be a next person in line to take his spot. They're not gonna be able to usurp that role pretty easily, in my opinion. They're not just gonna take over the bookings, unless I could be completely wrong and they do take over. But like I was saying early, you want to wear that crown, you got to know that there are going to be people coming for that crown. Even if Billy Kimber's a small fish, there's going to be other bigger fish that come into play. Other crime families. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. And yeah, his accountant's still at large. Was it really Billy Kimber running the bookings, or was he just a person at the forefront of things? Was he just a face? Was he all an act? Similar to how Polly, said this episode, she's the heart of the family. I'm the one that actually runs it. Yeah, was Billy Kimber that sort of individual? And we see it this season. It's really he's an accountant, making all the decisions. And he's just the face of things. So it's going to be interesting to see. And obviously there's going to be those loyal still to Billy Kimber that aren't going to just bend the knee to the Peaky Blinders, I believe. Not that easily. Some people hold that grudge forever. I learned from The Sopranos and The Wire.
He's got sons. Should we find work for them?
No, let them be. Let them find ordinary work, like ordinary men.
Didn't he say he wanted his sons taken care of, I believe? But obviously you don't want them to end up like their father.
Could you put me through to Mr. Churchill, please? Yes, sir. Sir, I have made a decision about my future.
Is he going to resign? Go into retirement?
Here it comes, Tommy. I love you.
There it goes. Away it goes. We can say it as much as we like. But there's no chance.
Damn! Ruthless. Hey, she broke his heart once. He ain't giving her a second chance to break it twice.
I'll be in London 1 week. This address. Finish your business here and join me. I have an idea.
Interesting. Okay. It could be a setup, but interesting. I think he'll take her up on that offer.
Drink?
John and Arthur in the background. There he is, Tommy, and they're just laboring, just holding their pints up. Oh, man.
Whiskey. If you check behind the bar, you will find a bottle of champagne.
That's the one, Grace. Got.
One she bought.
Today was a good day. All of Kimber's men were busy here, so the Lee boys took all the pictures at the Worcester races.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Lee boys.
Couldn't have gone better if we planned it. Shelby Brothers Limited are now the third largest legal racetrack operation in the country. Only the Sabinis and the Solomons are bigger than us, boys.
Yeah, are we gonna go? Are we continue? Are we gonna have higher ambitions?
And all my family is here to celebrate.
The Sabinis and the Solomons.
To Shelby Brothers Limited.
Shelby!
Cheers!
The other two have had a night, I'm telling you. Is that Freddy with the cap over his face in the background?
Dear Grace, without a secretary, I write my own letters. And I write without malice. I learned long ago to hate my enemies. But I've never loved one before.
She's an enemy.
The idea of New York is interesting. But I have worked so hard for this day, for this victory. I have responsibilities here. For people I need to protect. And people who I love.
Hey, Carl's awake, man.
Before the war, when I had an important decision to make, I used to flip a coin. Perhaps that is what I will do again. Polly tells me you fell in love for real. And Polly is never wrong about matters of the art. I will give you my decision within 3 days. All my love, Thomas Shelby.
You motherfucking asshole, bitch ass, resignation ass motherfucker, mother. You broke his heart, so he gonna break your head, huh? Yep, as the coin flips, decision to possibly go. Yep, give me the gunshot sound. Cut to black, come on. Crazy ending. Crazy ending. Crazy ending. Oh my gosh. Now that's gonna be interesting. Did the inspector tenure his resignation? And, you know, he decided to do that at the end because he's resigned. So it's interesting. But he's made a decision about his future. Unless he made Grace a target, you know, for sleeping with the enemy or getting in league with the enemy. And now she's belonged to the other side. So that's his excuse. So he's used that relationship with Mr. Churchill to frame Grace. So, yeah. Tommy made his decision at the end, or like he will make his decision in 3 days. And I don't think Grace was aware of that letter. So it's going to be interesting. That letter's never going to get to her. So season 2 is going to be spicy, ladies and gentlemen. Season 2 is going to be phenomenal. And I thought they were wrapping up the story with Grace right there. I thought they were wrapping it up. He's made his decision and his heart belongs to his family. But it's going to be interesting if that decision maybe was to go to New York by the flip of that coin, and be with Grace forever now that he's set his family up legally forever, because he's done what he's needed to do. And this moment right there at the end with that gunshot, and it'll be interesting. Grace could not be dead, but I'm guessing that cut to black and that ending right there, the shock value of, you know, Mr. Campbell approaching her with her facial expressions and obviously having the 180, or the camera do a 180 around her head and then have that reveal of Mr. Campbell pulling the gun on her. It will be interesting to see what's going to happen. And I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, it's going to be an ultimate revenge quest with Mr. Campbell. I'm telling you, if he does find out it's him. Man, what a fantastic season of television. Absolutely outstanding. Peaky Blinders season 1 was. I cannot wait to get into season 2. I hope you guys enjoy my reactions. It's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless and peace. I always do this with shows at the end. I think for a little bit and then, listen, I want to echo my thoughts more. So right before I get into editing, right before I upload the video to Premiere Pro, listen, knowing the affections Mr. Campbell had for Grace, I don't think he'd ever shoot her. I think maybe the ending there was a fake out. It could be a fake out. He could shoot the gun up in the air, and maybe just remind her one last time how deep his feelings were for her, because he never really, obviously he proposed. But I think it could be a fake out right there. Maybe Grace pulled out the gun on Mr. Campbell. Maybe he was hesitant and she killed him in that moment. Maybe she was ready to draw, because we know she always has the guns ready in that purse of hers. So maybe she could do a quick draw and pull it out on Mr. Campbell and kill him in that moment. So the cut to black could be a fake out. And we've done it before with a character in this show with Danny. So you never know what to expect. Grace could have died. Grace could not have died. So I don't know. I guess that cut to black as well was, you know, an indication to the audience that you're going in blind into next season. You don't know what to expect. Obviously, the implication is, or like the trajectory of that ending right there was maybe Mr. Campbell did shoot Grace. But knowing Mr. Campbell or Inspector Campbell, he stood up for her with Mr. Churchill. So there's no way I think he'd take her out right there. His feelings are too intimate for, like, he thinks he loves her too much to take her out like that. He doesn't have it in him. And I feel like with what you know how Mr. Campbell was saying in the episode that, you know, we are the same about Tommy Shelby. And if he is the same, if he is indeed the same as Tommy Shelby, Aunt Polly said during the episode that Tommy Shelby is soft. And he has that soft spot in him for Grace, obviously. And he was blinded by love. And I think Inspector Campbell is the same indeed. He does have that soft spot for Grace, and I think, yeah, he doesn't have it in him to take him out. And you heard that gunshot at the end, but I think that could be Grace possibly shooting, you know, the inspector, or maybe Tommy arriving in time to take out the inspector before he kills Grace. I don't know. We'll find out in season 2. I'm asking too many questions. I can just hit play. It's not like I have to wait for season 2. It's not like season 1 just aired. I can just go into Netflix and begin the next episode. So it'll be interesting to think. It'll be interesting to see what happens, you know, in the beginning of season 2, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited for it. I loved season 1. Take care. God bless and peace.